there, cover the cut used by
Blocks the layup attempt. That's big time by Giannis. Lakers regain the lead.
What's up, YouTube? Franchise Sports TV back again with another video. I'm gonna get down to the nitty gritty. So if you haven't done so already, like, share, subscribe, and comment also as well. Haters and lovers of the channel both can do the same. It all helps the channel out. Alright, let me get down to this. I made a video about this probably, I don't know, when I first started the channel, and didn't gain any traction because, yeah, when I first started the channel, I got 3 subscribers. But anyways, to make a long story short, I made a video almost a year ago talking about how once I was, let's say, somewhat of a fan of Lebron. So I went to freaking LaQuire Day. It don't even matter. They don't care. But they're going to listen anyway, because I know they're going to be on here hooting and hollering and crying and yelling like Daffy Duck and all kinds of stuff. But anyway, so at one point in time, when I was a little boy, around the age of 13 years old, that's when LeBron first came to the league, right? I think most people heard about him even before he came to the league. I remember hearing about him probably late 2002 or something like that. How he was talking about this great phenom in Ohio. It's taking the world by storm and everything. It's projected to be a first pick in the NBA draft if he goes. So, as we all know, LeBron James get drafted to the Cleveland Cavaliers in the 2003 NBA draft, #1 pick. It was already some shadiness around him already with that whole Hummer thing. It's the reason why he couldn't go to Ohio State. He was supposed to go to Ohio State, but we don't know. But that Hummer, he got that Hummer, and many people thought it was bought by some booster, whoever, if I can remember the story correctly. But anyways, regardless, he goes to the high school, straight to the NBA, and instantly becomes somewhat of a success, averaging 20.9 points, I think he was in his first year. And I think that either that winter 2003 or 4 or 5, I got his jersey. And I was, like I said, somewhat of a fan of his. Not too much. By that time, I think Ray Allen was out of Seattle. I was still cheering for Ray Allen, even though he played in Seattle. I think the Bucks were starting to go to their dark days of the NBA. I think around this time, they was going round one and one and out, one and done, that sort of thing. They weren't really doing anything. I think 2 years after that, LeBron got to the league. They drafted Andrew Bogut. We thought Andrew Bogut was going to be the next best thing in Milwaukee, along with T.J. Ford and Michael Redd, and none of that happened. So, as the Bucks are just continuing to keep losing, I'm looking at other players, looking at Kobe, what he's doing, looking at what the Phoenix Sun is doing, Amari Stoudemire, what they're doing, just everybody. And I'm looking at what LeBron is doing, and I actually think in my head, said, this guy can actually be good. He can be good. He can learn how to shoot better, but he can actually be good. He's athletic. He gets to the basket. This is before I really know the ins and outs in basketball. And he continues to keep progressing. But it was little things I was seeing in him, how he was talking, especially as he got older and after he got past that first finals, I started to see some weird things about him. I didn't even thought it was weird that he already was all goody good with Jay-Z around that time, but it is what it is. I ain't know no better. And then he gets to the finals, gets swept. I forgot what they did the year after that. I think they were a second round. Yeah, they end up losing. Yeah, they were a second round out. They end up losing to Boston, and then they had this whole speculation as his contract ends where he's gonna go after the 2009-2010 season. Oh yeah, I forgot the 2008 and 2009 season. They get that. They win 62 games, but they could not get past the Orlando Magic, who just played better basketball. People forget that LeBron James team was not that bad. I think they had Ben Wallace, Ilgauskas, might even Carlos Boozer. I don't know if they had Larry Hughes by that time. But their team was actually good. But what took a turn for my fandom when it came to LeBron was, of course, where I think everybody started to turn on him, was after the 2009-2010 season. There was all this speculation of where he's going to go. And I'm thinking in my head, like, he's not going to go to Cleveland. He's one of those type of players who just stays with one team. That's what I was thinking. He'll just stay on one team, and he'll find a way to win. Skip to the decision, and we realize that wasn't going to happen. And so my perception of LeBron goes down a little bit because I'm thinking in my head, I see all these other NBA players, superstars. You see Tim Duncan, Kobe, even the ones in the past like Jordan Bird, Magic. They all stayed on one team for their whole career, toughed it out, and found a way to win. Why can't LeBron can do it? Why does he have to run to Miami and join Dwayne Wade and bring in Chris Bosh? And so my fandom kind of waned after that because I didn't like that move. Even how old was I when that happened? When he finally went down to Miami, I was 20 years old when that happened. So I'm thinking like, okay. And then they get to the finals, of course, that year, and they get their asses kicked by the Dallas Mavericks. And what he said after that, everybody's talking about them. They gotta go back to their same old crappy lies. And I was like, you know what? He just became a villain to everybody now. So I hated when he won those two in Miami. I really did. Because he did it on stacked teams. While everybody before him had to win it on the team they was drafted to, whatever they had around them. And everybody's talking about player empowerment. He gets to do what one of these teams can do whatever they want to play. Why can't he? So fine. Whatever. As just so happens, it sucks that Ray Allen had to join him in order to get a second ring, but it is what it is. I don't care. So they get their asses, and they went 2 in a row. They should have lost. Shoot, in reality, they should have just won one. Popovich did decide to take Tim Duncan out for some reason. Tim Duncan would have stayed in there. Chris Bosh would never got that tip over to give it to Ray Allen to shoot that 3. And you know what? I did not cheer when Ray Allen did that. I sat there pissed because I did not want LeBron to get another ring due to his stacking the teams up. But after they got their asses beat by the Spurs on the Spurs versus Miami Heat round 2 the next year. As we all know, he decides to go back to Cleveland. All right, my fandom was a little bit back. He goes back to Cleveland. I should have known that him going back to Cleveland and him trying to get another ring is just him magnifying his glory once again. But as we all know, that first year back in Cleveland, Andrew Wiggins is gone. He gets kicked out. Kind of feel bad for the dude because in the interview, right before he got traded, he gets Kevin Love. Kyrie's already there. You got all these other pieces there. Fantastic finals by LeBron. Shoot, I'm surprised he didn't win the finals MVP in a losing effort, but anyways. No Kyrie. Kevin Love was hurt earlier in that playoffs, but LeBron actually did work. But now, since they won that, you go to the next season, they struggle a bit. They get out of the East fairly well, somewhat, and they end up playing the Warriors again, and they're down 3-1. They come back. LeBron gets all the glory, of course, but Kyrie shoots the biggest shot in probably NBA history. Very little. And I saw why Kyrie decided he wanted to head out. And by this time, I'm still a little fan of LeBron because you got some people coming out and talking about why does he need all this help? Why does he need this? Why does he need that? As we see the Golden State Warriors slowly build up their team. They get KD, which I still think is the weakest move a superstar can be. Him and LeBron and KD probably made some of the lamest moves. But, all right, it's on, I guess. Kyrie leaves after the 2016-17 season. He had enough of dealing with LeBron. I thought Kyrie at the time was acting immature, but as we all know, as everything is slowly coming out in the past year or so about LeBron, I don't blame him for leaving now. And so now he's just stuck there with Kevin Love. Kevin Love has shelled himself almost. Had to sacrifice his game. That 2017-2008 season, I do say that's probably one of LeBron's best years. And he made the 2018 playoffs somewhat memorable up until he reached the juggernaut of Golden State and they get swept. Second time getting swept in the finals. But I'm also thinking in my head, like, Golden State shouldn't have been there either. If Chris Paul was to play, James Harden didn't wet the bed. It would have been Cleveland and Houston. Who knows how that series would have went. It would have been more competitive. And then once again, we get these more speculations about LeBron. Where he going to go? Is he going to stay in Cleveland or is he going to go somewhere else? We heard the Lakers. And I'm thinking, the Lakers? Why the Lakers? But I also know why. This man is also trying to become a medium mongrel and Hollywood and all this stuff. So 2018's summer, he's on his way to LA. For some reason, I ended up buying a jersey too. I don't know why I bought a jersey. I got a Cleveland jersey and a LeBron Lakers jersey. I bought three different jerseys for LeBron. 2 pairs of shoes for some reason. That's just how I am. I got everybody's shoe and jersey. But as I'm also thinking, like, LA, I know he wants to go to LA, but can't he do that in the off season? But now as I think about it, as he's now gotten to the scoring record and been in LA for now, I think this is an attempt to lower Kobe's legacy just a little bit more. But that first year in LA, it doesn't go well as planned. Too many injuries. But LeBron starts getting political and starts yapping at them off and all this stuff. 'Cause we all know at the same time who's in the White House is Trump. And you know how some of y'all feel about Trump. I, for one, are indifferent to politics altogether. I think both sides are terrible at this moment. I used to lean a little bit right. Still somewhat do in morals. But when it comes to politically, I don't care. You can probably call me a libertarian, whatever. I don't care. I don't care about both. Both parties can go to hell. But anyways, as we all know, everybody didn't like Trump. LeBron kept opening his mouth about certain things. And not just about Trump, but other things, politically and social politically. And I think it intensified during the, bubble season. That's where I really started to hate him. Especially after that whole cop in Ohio thing, threatening that cop, telling him he's next because the cop had to do what he had to do down in, what was it, Ohio? I forgot what city it was in Ohio. But regardless of LeBron's political leanings, which I do not like, most of his political leanings align with the Ahufa, as I call them, the left, and Hollywood, and whatever. I can't rock with LeBron when it comes to that. Now, as we all know, now how he moves, I can't stand how he moves, but it's just not him. See, the hatred for LeBron, as some would say, it's not just what LeBron has done and what he continues to do and how he acts. No, don't get me wrong. He has some part of it, but you know what? What makes it even worse for him? Why most of us on YouTube or anybody continue to fight back? Because the media and as well as the choir makes it worse for him. I cannot stand his fans. You cannot say anything about other players without having LeBron. I think there was something about people was commenting on the passing of Willis Reed, and people are asking, how is this connected to LeBron? What's this have to do with LeBron? Things like that. You can't talk about Kobe and then find a way to disparage Kobe. demean Kobe or Jordan or any other player. The fans are annoying. They got this whole agenda just to rewrite history or revisionist history on the NBA so they can glorify their king and queen, whatever you want to call them, their daddy figure, and their boss, whoever probably pays them. That's why it's so much pushback. But yeah, just to make a long story short, I wasn't planning on going this long, but hey, I start talking. That's what happens. I used to like Lebron, but that's over now. Now you got these allegations coming out about him. So it happens, just not with LeBron, but it will happen with anybody. It don't matter if it's even a sports figure. It can be people in Hollywood that you used to somewhat be fans of. And you hear about the stuff they be doing, allegedly be doing, and you less likely become fans of them, look at them in a different way. As of right now, I'm looking at LeBron at a different way. So, the LaQuire, too bad. So sad. You don't like what I gotta say? You don't have to be around this channel, but you continue to be around this channel. So, it is what it is. And oh yeah, I seriously don't think he's the GOAT. There's nothing in his statistics or the eye test that makes me think he's ever going to be the GOAT. I'm sorry. His mentality, it sucks. He backs down. He whimpers out. Circa 2011. There's just so many other players that we seen who edged out better than he is. 2 of them I can think of in my mind. A couple more I can think of in my mind. 4-6 record does not be a 6-0 record. 5-2 record. Above 500 record in the finals if you gotten that far. I don't get it. It's terrible. But anyways, tell me what you guys think.